And joining me now to discuss is Republican strategist and independent journalist Corinne Clifford and certified crime law specialist Dwane Cates. Thank you both for joining the Pulse this evening. Dwane, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this ruling coming out of California?
Well, I think it's a correct ruling. I mean, the last thing we want is the government getting between parents and their children. I think parents should be the default when there's anything going on with a child. You know, the school should talk to the parent about it. You know, for years and years and years, they complained there wasn't enough parent involvement in school, and that's why schools were failing. You know, now it's time. It's time for the parents to be involved. And this is such a huge decision that they need to be involved in this decision.
Yeah, they absolutely should. There's no reason why any parent should not know their child is having any kind of dysphoria or confusion when it comes to their gender. Seems kind of a main point. But Corinne, the judge cited parental involvement and said it was also essential to the healthy development of school children. But doesn't that appear to be obvious to those pushing the trans agenda? What are your thoughts?
I mean, everything should be obvious, David, but the bottom line is that parents in California have lost their rights for way too long, and we're seeing the rise of violence by transgender individuals. And so it's very important that this ruling actually gets supported all throughout California and potentially all around the United States, because parents deserve to know what their children are doing. I think the age of consent should be 21. I don't think it should be 18. And I think that we have major pushback because Gavin Newsom and the AG of California, Rob Bonta, are unethical. And that's where this is really coming from. They've allowed parents in California to have their rights taken away too often. I'm actually a parent, and I'm based in California, although I do work in Washington, D.C., and I'm tired of all the parents complaining to me that they don't have parental rights in California.
Yeah, it's been a long time brewing, and it pretty much sums down to there's just no rights for parents in California. So again, it's a surprising ruling, but hopefully it does stand. Dwane, according to the Williams Institute, 3.3% of children aged 13 to 17 in the U.S. currently identify as transgender. Yet a 2017 study, also by the Williams Institute, found that only 0.7% of children in that same 13 to 17 age identified as transgender. In less than 10 years, the number has more than tripled. Do you really think that there are 3 times more transgender children now compared to 2017, or is this a sign that children are being indoctrinated into the whole trans agenda?
Well, you know, I think that it's a psychological phenomenon, because remember, there was a big thing where there was the multiple personality disorders where everybody had multiple personalities, and then there was bulimia, and then there was anorexia, and then there was cutting, and there. You know, the social, my undergraduate degree is in social psychology, and it's a contagion. And so, you know, once children see that they get a special attention for coming out like this, and they're, you know, it's kind of the cool thing to do right now. And I think that's what's causing it. And it will cycle out. I guarantee you it will.
Yeah, it seems like it already, hopefully, is starting to. I also want to get your guys' take on another big win for families. Angel Studios' animated musical David hit a major milestone with $22 million in just 1 week. It's the top faith-based animation opening of all time. I actually went with both my daughters and both of our grandbabies to go watch it. It was an incredible film. Loved every minute of it. Corinne, does this prove that there's actually strong demand for values and faith-driven stories in our theaters?
1,000,000%. And as a matter of fact, I'm in Beverly Hills just this week, and we really need to MAGA Beverly Hills. We really need to make Hollywood great again. If people understand, since COVID, we've had a lot of influence of foreign money, foreign power in Hollywood, a lot of CCP money that shouldn't be here because they want to give a message to our children that isn't healthy. And that's why Angel Studios and, you know, Mel Gibson Damon and John Boyd and Sylvester Stallone, everything they're about to do to help make Hollywood great again is critical and key. And people need to realize that these movies make money. The movie industry is dying, and we really need to go back to morals and values and ethics that our country was founded on. And then these movies will make so much money. How much money did The Sound of Freedom make? They only spent $12 million and they made $100 million. I mean, it's a major a path to really help our children have a positive role modeling and make Hollywood great again.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dwane, I want to get your take on it. I got about 20 seconds for you.
Well, I love Angel Studios. My wife and I have a movie night. We try to once a week or once every other week, where we watch Angel Studios. I love it. I think that the country's coming back to faith, and I think Charlie Kirk had a lot to do with that. And I think there's a revolution in the air, and I think it's for the better.
Yeah, I think it absolutely is for the better. I believe there is an awakening, and a revival is coming. Corrine Clifford, Dwane Cates, God bless you both. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining the Pulse tonight.
Thanks for having me on. Merry Christmas.